Fight Pro has created a strict code that brings the sport of professional wrestling to life, using real professional wrestling rules as its foundation. Violate these rules, and there will be consequences, some more severe than others. Most of note is our system of violations, and violations occur when a fighter breaks the rules. An initial violation receives a warning. Additional violations after receive a red strike, and the fighter who receives 3 red strikes forfeits the match immediately. Here's some examples of our general rule violations. The targeting of the eyes, ears, nose, throat, mouth, and hair is not allowed. There is to be no manipulation of a fighter's ring gear. Punches to the face are an immediate violation. This is closed fist specifically. It is illegal to use the ropes to gain an advantage. You are not allowed to freely leave the ring with both feet touching the floor, and that includes dives to the floor. Effectively, if you leave the ring under your own power, counts as basically attempting to take a timeout. There are no timeouts in professional wrestling. There is no slamming or driving a fighter to the floor. Offensive use of the guardrails and ring posts are illegal, and any stipulations that are specific to that bout that are not adhered to would also count as a violation. We also have some specific division rules. So in the tag team division, matches can only be won by pinfall, ref stoppage, countout, forfeit, or disqualification. You will note that there are no submission victories in our tag team division, and not legally tagging in, which means not tagging in hand-to-hand, holding the tag rope with both feet on the apron, counts as a violation, as well as a partner offensively tacking or breaking a pin or submission illegally. In the grapplers division, matches can only be won by submission, ref stoppage, countout, forfeit, or DQ, and you will note that that means that there are no pinfalls in a grappler's division match. This is meant to heighten the gritty, necessary violence of our grapplers division, focusing on knockouts and strikes. Using the ropes defensively to break a submission or get up from a knockout blow, also known as a rope break, will count as a violation, which means you have to use this very specifically and defensively. And the offensive use of the top rope, with the fighter having both feet firmly planted on the top rope, throwing their opponent off, or jumping off onto their opponent, also counts as a violation. But some offenses are too grave to simply be a violation. There can be no leniency on these, and that leads to a disqualification. These include deliberate physical contact with officials, outside interference, groin shots, weapon or table use, and not adhering to the referee's 5 count. A first offense is a violation. The second is a disqualification. A disqualification will result in a point deduction, a loss of ranking position, potentially the relinquishment of a title, could be suspension, and termination if it continues. So the stakes are high.